More stranded motorists, this time in Ohio. Take a look at this. This is the weather that missed much of West Michigan the past few days. Several drivers became stuck as snow fell and wind chill temperatures dipped below zero. The National Weather Service says as much as 9 more inches of snow could fall before tomorrow in that area. But the story here, those frigid temperatures we've been talking about, they're set to stick around in West Michigan. And we wanted to show you just how quickly these temps can become dangerous. Alina McDermott is a doctor of family practice and sports medicine. She joins us from Metro Health tonight. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Let's talk a little bit about what the cold can do to you. Say 5 minutes into some really, really cold temperatures. What's your body doing?
Well, it's instantly reacting. You know, there's a couple things we worry about. One is how fast your body temperature is dropping, putting you at risk for hypothermia. The second is your risk of developing frostbite. And the longer you are exposed to cold, the more likely you are of developing those two problems.
Okay. How long do you think it takes, I guess, if it was zero?
Well, everybody's a little bit different because there's a lot of risk factors that play into that. It's not just the temperature outside. As you guys were talking about earlier, it's what it feels like plays a role too. And then the risk factors that individually affect people are a patient's age, the types of medical problems that they have, that type of stuff.
Okay. What about, I guess, what can parents watch out for? Tell us a little bit about the risk factors if your kids are out, say, sledding or skiing for the day. What is it that parents need to watch for? Because kids, it seems like they can just go all day long outside.
Sure. The first signs, actually, that someone is potentially suffering from hypothermia would be that shivering sensation. Their heart rate may be up, their respiratory rate may be up. So those are really the initial signs. As it starts to progress and becomes more worrisome is when that shivering actually stops and the respiratory rate starts to go down, heart rate starts to go down. So those are some of the physical signs they can look out for.
Okay. What about people that run outside? I always see people running in the cold weather. What's the risk there for runners?
There's definitely an increased risk there. One, because they're sweating.
Or just exercising outdoors.
Yeah. That moisture puts you at greater risk, too, because as it evaporates, you're cooling your body. So wearing a underlayer that's a moisture wicking layer is a really important part for a runner who's getting out and running during the winter months.
What about the elderly people? They really need to pay attention to the cold weather.
Definitely. They're at greater risk than anybody else of developing both of those issues that we talked about before, the hypothermia and the frostbite. So limited amount of exposure outside, making sure that all parts of the body are covered, you know, particularly hands, head and feet are where we see most of the injuries happening.
Okay, and of course the motorist that we showed you in the video earlier, you know, keep stuff in the car just in case you break down in the winter.
Definitely, definitely have those layers on hand.
Okay, Dr. Alina McDermott, thank you so much from Metro Health.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.